Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone and the honorable judges. Well, let me introduce myself. My name is Rio Trianto and I'm here representing Bank Syariah Indonesia Kaca Jember Sudirman, the delegation of Region Office 9 Surabaya. Well, in this video, I would like to share to you about Bank Syariah Indonesia. Will it be bigger than ever? Before we are going to our main menu, I would like to share to you about what is actually Sharia Bank itself. Well, Sharia Bank itself is actually have the same function like what we have in the conventional one. The function is we are trying to collect some funds and also lending it, spreading it to the everyone to all of the sector of economy. But what makes it different to the conventional one? Well, the most basic thing is of course the Islamic principle that owned by the Sharia bank itself. The Islamic principle consists of two. The first is the profit sharing, and also the second is the al-ba'i, or we might call it as a contract. And most of you might have heard about mudarabah and also murabaha and also wadi'ah probably and qard and so on. Well, the history of the Sharia bank itself in Indonesia are growing fast, which started at early 20s. There were three big companies, three big Sharia bank, which play a victim role at the time, even up to this day. Those three banks were ex-Bank Syariah Mandiri, ex-Bank BNI Syariah, and also ex-Bank BRI Syariah. Those three big companies, three big Sharia bank play a victim role in the growth of the Sharia bank economics in Indonesia. And of course, there are still always problems faced by the growth, especially for the Sharia bank in Indonesia. There are two major problems that faced by the growth itself. The first is the human resources, and also the second is IT or the information technology. First, the human resources. Here, the human resources are facing like lack of knowledge and also information about what is actually Sharia Bank itself. According to a study in 2012 by Book Atef, he said that 65% of the respondents ignored the concept of Sharia finance, and also added by Hanif in 2012. In 2011, the domination of the conventional financial still remains and makes a barrier for everyone to move from the conventional one to the Sharia one. The studies also added by the Sarah and her colleagues. She says that from 5 out of 7 respondents are completely untouched or blind about Sharia practices, and even only 2 of them ever experienced the Islamic finance interfaces, which means that mostly the people have a little knowledge, have a little interactions with Sharia bank itself. And the second problem is the IT or the information technology, which means that our technology in Sharia bank and Sharia economies are still considered to be left behind compared to our friends in the conventional one. This left behind things is actually one of the factors because of the low investment, the low of interest of the people to put their money, to put their investment in the Sharia bank. And this is of course those two problems are of course one of the biggest problems that faced by the growth of the Sharia economics in Indonesia. Well, Indonesia as the fourth largest populated country, which is most of them are Muslims, is of course can be considered as the biggest market, and Indonesia are potentially to play a role as a model or maybe as a leader in the Sharia world, especially in the international stage. And of course, to maximize the growth of the Sharia bank in Indonesia, we need to solve those two problems by using 3E or EEE. The first E is educate, the second is engage, and the last is elevate. Do you still remember? Educate, engage, and also elevate. Educate means you teach the everyone by giving some seminar or also maybe some promotions about our products, about our what is actually Sharia bank itself, and what makes it important for you, for everyone, for every sectors of economy by using our social media platforms such as Instagram, WhatsApp, and probably TikTok, which is nowadays is very viral. And then the second is engage. We are trying to create a strong relation with all of the customers, companies, and also other institutions to make them feel in love with Sharia Bank itself and also make them need Sharia Bank itself. And then the last is elevate, which means that we are trying to improve our own technologies because after we are engaging the people to put their own money, their own investment to our bank, to Sharia Bank, by having more customers we have, the more assets we aim, and of course the more we improve our technology to fulfill the public demand and also to fulfill their needs. And of course, by taking back to our title for today's video, which is Bank Syariah Indonesia, will it be bigger than ever? Then my answer is absolutely yes. I think that's all for today's video. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day and goodbye. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.